In the past 24 hours, we got a Spider-Man Brand New Day suit reveal from Tom Holland. A new villain just got confirmed for this movie as well. And we have a bunch of on-set shots. Spider-Man Brand New Day is looking crazy right now. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Tom Holland's brand new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And we'll also talk about my theory on this new villain being casted and what role he'll play. And some of the set leaks. There's a lot of teases and hints in there that I made some assumptions on. All the news that we got in the last 24 hours about Spider-Man Brand New Day, we're going to be talking about it. So if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're watching, please like the video. But without further ado, let's talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Hold on, future version of me. They literally showed the whole entire suit the next day I recorded this video. So I'm gonna include the rest of the stuff, like the teasers and all that, but we're gonna go over the whole entire suit right now. They showed him wearing the mask. They showed behind the back of the suit. I kid you not, I promise I am not glazing. I think this is the best Spider-Man suit live action that I've ever seen. Let me explain why. There is no Spider-Man suit in live action that had this vibrant of colors, of the red and blue. You can see the blue is a slightly different blue from the Spider-Man No Way Home suit. This No Way Home suit had like a lighter version of blue, which I honestly prefer, but this blue is still beautiful. And it is just so much more bright and vibrant than the other two suits that I have in conversation for the best. And that's the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit and the TASM 2 suit. I think the TASM suit is better than Tobey's suit, but it does not have this color. And this version of Tom Holland's suit, they even said it that it's going to be a part of the script, that he's dedicating this suit that he has right now to Tobey and Andrew's suit. Like when he met them in Spider-Man No Way Home, he wanted to kind of like resemble their suit in a certain way now that they're back in their own universes. I think this is the best live action suit that I've ever seen. You can see the lens are slightly wider. I don't know if they're going to go with the same lens that like shrinks and grows when he squints or when his face looks confused and stuff. I don't know if they're gonna still do that with the CGI because that is a lot of technology. And I don't know if he has that anymore because he's supposed to be really, really broke at this point in time. But also the web shooters as well. You can see how fat and like bulky they look. And the reason why I think that is good, it doesn't really look appealing, but it just shows that he is and like he doesn't have money to afford like the Tony Stark web shooters or the ones that, these are the web shooters that he basically made in the beginning of all this. I am in awe. This suit is just, the colors are just so good. The raised webbing makes this suit so much better. I think we're in for like an all-timer of a Spider-Man movie. I'm trying not to jump the gun, but I've been watching these set leaks all day and seeing the action sequence they were doing. They showed some things with him on a tank and some of the fight scenes that he's about to have. I can't believe how good this suit was. I always said it was going to be top 3. I had No Way Home final suit in my top 3. I'm kind of slightly wanting it to be over this one, maybe because of the light blue. But with this darker blue, it still looks really, really good. The red is still really, really good. The bigger logo looks so much better. And the back of the logo on his back looks so good as well. And the lens are just slightly bigger, just slightly. And the raised webbing and how the webbing is coordinated on the suit as well, it has a little bit more texture now also. I think this is the best Spider-Man suit of all time. I just had to rant. First things first, we have to talk about this brand new suit, but we're gonna be looking at the teaser for it first. They didn't show the back of the suit. I've already saw this already, but let's watch it together. I love how it slowly opens. Oh my goodness.
We ready?
We are talking about 22 seconds here. So for reference, this is the Spider-Man No Way Home suit, the final swing suit at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. And I've always said this before, that suit was so good, they better bring it back for this movie. The light blue on it is really, really good. And I love like the torso belt thing. That's the main thing I cared about. It's so drastically different from his other suits in the past. It is just such an upgrade. But as you can see, for this suit, the Spider-Man logo is a lot bigger. They made it a lot bigger, which I prefer a lot more because I love the TASM 2 suit and the logo is really big. And they added raised webbing. So now you can actually see the outline webs on his suit. It's not like the little sleek CGI look to where you could barely see it. They added raised webbing to his suit. And then of course the light blue is still there. So this is still the No Way Home suit. They just made a couple different changes, which is what I wanted. There's a couple things that'll make this the best suit of all time. If they add the mask and they show that the mask has wider lens and the back logo is big as well, I'll be completely sold. Because it is just the mixture of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2 suit and the TASM 2 suit mixed together as well. And they also confirmed that that's what his suit is going to be like detailed about in the script. He will kind of like have this as a dedication to those two Spider-Mans, which you just seen in Spider-Man No Way Home. And I just think it's the perfect balance. When they showed this other teaser beforehand, the day before, when they just showed like the shoulder and stuff like that, I was still losing my mind. But this suit right here looks really good. Now, probably some of the most shocking news for all this was Scorpion being casted. Now, if you remember, Scorpion was in an end credit scene. It was like a scene where he was in jail, and I forgot who he was talking to, but they showed like the Scorpion tattoo on his neck. And that's when we kind of thought like, okay, Scorpion is going to be returning here. This was like almost like 8 years ago. And he got confirmed, not rumored, confirmed to be returning. And he's going to be reprising his role as Scorpion in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But shortly after that, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk got officially confirmed as well, because before, Hulk was just a rumor. The only people that were casted were Punisher, Sadie Sink for whatever character she was going to be, Zendaya, Ned, and then of course Tom Holland. Especially on TikTok, I've seen a lot of people talking about like, oh, this is too many characters, it's gonna oversaturate, it's gonna be very similar to Spider-Man 3. I don't know how people are making this comparison. Now, there are set leaks, so if you don't want to see these, I completely understand, but this is going to reveal another character that's going to be in this movie, so I'll make sure this is like your little spoiler warning. On one of the trucks that they showed on the streets of New York, and I heard they shut down like 60 blocks or something like that, like 60 streets, one of the trucks has a Inner Demon logo on it, and if you don't know what the Inner Demons are, that is Mr. Negative's basically like mob boss. So from what it looks like, Spider-Man is going to be going up against Mr. Negative in this movie and his inner demons, as well as Hulk being in this movie. I'm not too sure. I think he'll be like an antagonist, but Scorpion will also be in this movie as well as another villain. So let me explain how I think all this ties in together. We all know Punisher. The way he tries to stop crime is by unaliving people, getting them out of here. And very similar to Daredevil, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be stepping in saying like, this is not the right way to do it. They're probably going to be going after the same person, because there is supposed to be a pretty decent time jump between Spider-Man No Way Home and Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I think he's going to run into Punisher and try to stop everything that he's doing, and that's when he's going to see Scorpion. I think Punisher is going to be trying to unalive Scorpion, and that's why Spider-Man is going to stop him. The bigger villain in this movie is going to be Mr. Negative. He's going to be the head villain, the final boss villain, etc. I think Mr. Negative is going to tie into the Hulk to bring Savage Hulk back. Mr. Negative's powers is like dark energy manipulation. He can bring the worst out of people. He can get people into depressive states. He could trap them in their minds. Like, his dark energy manipulation is going to be the reason why Savage Hulk comes back, in my opinion. Now, because of contracts, we know by now that there's always supposed to be like another co-star or co-star character in Tom Holland's movies. I think this is an amazing opportunity to bring the Savage Hulk back. I think the Russo brothers know that going into Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, Hulk has to be in this movie, and the only way for fans to be excited for that and to gain that respect is if they fix their mistake. And they talk about it like they don't think they really made a mistake. They talk about how they nerfed Hulk, but the fans in general, me included, never liked what Smart Hulk became. It's a part of his character development, but they dragged it on too long. And it's so unrealistic for him to lose, not to lose to Thanos, but to lose and then to not come out for the rest of the saga. That makes no sense. Hulk is going to want to fight every single time. So I think bringing Savage Hulk back, having him destroy half the city, and you have Spider-Man trying to balance between stopping Punisher, stopping the Hulk, stopping Mr. Negative, while he's depressed, he's broke, he's lonely. That is what Spider-Man goes through on a daily, and people do not understand that. When you read these comic books and these Spider-Man issues, the Ultimate Spider-Man, for example, do you know how many villains he faced throughout this movie? Kingpin, Mysterio, Green Goblin. Green Goblin's like his ally, more of his friend, but he's still like a part of this like evil association thing. Mr. Negative's introduced. Black Cat is in this. I just named 6 alone. That's a part of his life. That's a part of him being Spider-Man, is to balance everything at once, and it's going to be really challenging for him. But he doesn't give up. He keeps smiling. He gets back up because he knows he has to save his people. That's what Spider-Man is. I think it'll be very entertaining. I think it'll be cool to have these characters back, and people need to realize Spider-Man is obviously going to be a focal point. It's going to make over $1 billion, but the main thing is setting up Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Is to get people excited for that. So you have to have some type of characters to be brought in so fans can be like, I hope I could see them again. That's movie and filmmaking, production, marketing 101. And a lot of people are trying to split the difference between street level and multiversal. Obviously, I wanted a street tier movie, but people are saying, well, if Hulk's in it, he's not street tier. Hulk is such a versatile character. Obviously, there's like World Breaker Hulk, Mortal Hulk, where he's like the most powerful being, the strongest being. But then you have regular base Hulk, who's just terrorizing cities, and that's why he is so versatile and why he would be really good for Spider-Man in this case. Punisher is as street tier as it could possibly get when it comes to crimes and unaliving people and having the polar opposite of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man should hate Punisher, by the way. And same thing with Scorpion. Scorpion is a street tier, street level villain for Spider-Man. And to me, it's not black and white. It's not like a fine line between the two. As long as it's not multiversal, bro, I don't care. This is going to be a very action-packed, entertaining movie. That's what I care about. Seeing Spider-Man struggle, seeing Peter struggle, finding a job, balancing all this stuff in his life, Hulk ruining the city. That's what I would rather see than anything that's multiversal, with like stuff in No Way Home with Doctor Strange and stuff like that. I know that sells and that makes more money. I'm not saying Spider-Man No Way Home is a bad movie. It was an amazing movie. But I am taking this over anything else that anybody else could really think of. Would it be cool for Spider-Man to have no co-stars in this movie? Yes, absolutely. But contracts is not going to let that happen, so I don't let that run in my brain. Yes, would it be cool to see Spider-Man just going up against like the Sinister Six with no help and stuff? Yes, it would be cool, but I am very excited to see Punisher and Spider-Man team up. Like, I don't understand why that would be like a negative thing considering how successful Punisher is. Can y'all just imagine the possibilities of Spider-Man and Daredevil? That gets me a lot more excited. I do think for the majority of this movie, I think it's going to be around like 2 hours, like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I would hope it gets closer to 3. I think the majority of this movie is going to stay like this grounded level of Spider-Man where he's solving all these problems. And I do think at the post-credit scene, is going to be the start of Battleworld. It'll be from his perspective. At the end of the movie, we'll see like all the worlds and stuff colliding, the skies cracking, and maybe see a glimpse of Doctor Doom and or a spaceship, whatever. And that will give you the balance between completely grounded movie and then to get excited and look forward to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Another idea I had would be like the scenes from Daredevil Born Again where he's recruiting people to stop Kingpin and all of his crimes. Kingpin would be an amazing cameo somehow, some way. Daredevil would be an amazing cameo somehow, some way. Maybe finding them throughout New York, stopping these crimes, or maybe Kingpin is still running things in New York and you can see him kind of being influential throughout it, whether it's corrupted cops, the Kingpin logo, running for mayor, stuff like that. Those would all be interesting things that I want to see. I never really understood how they could work around Spider-Man when all this Daredevil stuff is happening and all of this Punisher stuff is happening, all this Kingpin stuff is happening. The Void just happened with Sentry, and it's like we get to see Spider-Man and we don't see him in no cameos, no nothing. Again, that's like a part of the contracts and stuff. But it would make me feel like a lot better and have more closure if he addresses all of this stuff that happens. Even if he was just like, yeah, like just like a couple months ago, I was stuck in a void and I just relived some of the worst moments of my life, blah, blah, blah. That would make me feel so much better, tying all this stuff together. In terms of the rest of the cast, I don't think Zendaya and Ned are gonna have huge roles at all. I think their scenes are gonna be very, very minimal. It might be scenes where he's just like coming back to check on them, seeing how they're doing, and maybe have some interactions. He's going to have a new love interest in this movie, and I think it's going to be Sadie Sink. I don't know what her character is going to be. They didn't announce it. There's been rumors and stuff. I wanted her to be Firestar. I think that would be like an amazing like avenue from her, getting one of the biggest stars from Stranger Things and giving her an ability to go into the mutant saga and to be related to Spider-Man, or if she's just like a regular love interest. A lot of people want Black Cat in this movie. I don't see any actor that they casted for that yet. But bottom line, it would be very, very interesting. And I'm comparing this a lot to Spider-Man No Way Home because that movie made like, I think like almost $2 billion. Far From Home made like 1.5. Let me check real quick. Okay, so Far From Home made 1.1 billion. Spider-Man No Way Home made almost 2 billion. And Spider-Man Homecoming almost made $1 billion as well. It was hovering around between 880 million and 900 million. This movie is going to like explode. It's easily going to make $1 billion. And this is the same director that filmed the Shang-Chi movie, so all the action is going to be elite. With these villain choices, with these antagonist choices, getting these characters to make everybody else excited for it, this movie could really get close to Spider-Man No Way Home, if not more. I swear, there is like no company that has this type of pull in like motion for like Marvel and like comic book fans. I've never seen like the post where they just showed the shoulder and a little bit of the back of the suit got like 5 million views in like 6 hours or something crazy. And we're all just losing our minds over like this Spider-Man suit reveal, the castings for Spider-Man Brand New Day, the on-set shots in New York. There is just no feeling like it, like ever. As for right now, that's pretty much all we have. I am so excited for this movie. This is going to be our next Marvel movie. Then we'll get Doomsday, then Secret Wars. There's going to be projects in between. Like I think in 2026, we're getting a new Punisher special. We're supposed to be getting season 2 of Daredevil Born Again as well. There's going to be stuff like Invincible stuff coming out. There's going to be a lot of content being able to be recycled in this period of time. But next year, it just can't come soon enough. That'll be it for today's video. If you want to get caught up on some more news and anything Marvel related at all, please subscribe. For quicker updates though, you can follow me on TikTok and stuff. I'm on there immediately when anything happens. But that'll be it for the video, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one.